Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I am Joe. NFTs, that's a big part of the cryptocurrency world. And I see mass adoption in my own personal life as far as like talking about these sorts of things. I mean, just a couple years ago, uh, there was nobody around that wanted to talk about cryptocurrency, NFTs, staking, DeFi, nothing. Nobody knew nothing. Nobody wanted to hear it. It was all just whatever. Now people actually come up to me and ask me about them, ask me what I think the single biggest threat is to the cryptocurrency market. But one of the things that people always still to this day misunderstand is NFTs. They always want to think about the pixelated crab, the stick figures from the early days. But I keep telling them, no, NFTs is just ownership of anything. It's like a title. It's saying, hey, I have ownership of this, I have it, and I can sell it. Or I can do X with it because it's mine. Well, I think this article right here is going to help bring some eyes on it. It's going to be great for networking. As we get into it, you're going to see, I really don't think it's catered to the average person. I definitely think it's catered to those who have means, which is fine because they want to network as well. Plus, it's also kind of like bragging rights, but we'll get into it as we keep going. From the New York Post, NFTs and cryptocurrency by entree to glamour and networking. And that's what it's all about. Glamour and networking. As you'll see, the prices are a little bit out of the range of the average person, and that's fine. If you want to get into it, I bet you could cut a profit, or if nothing else, you've got some amazing bragging rights and a good conversation piece. And I'll explain what I'm talking about when we get down to it. There's a new fangled financial model for the still struggling food and beverage industry, the world of blockchain, crypto, and non-fungible tokens. Two New York-based restaurant groups are now raising money through individual NFT memberships, or the non-fungible tokens that are usually associated with digital art pieces. And that's pretty cool. So if you have a good idea for a restaurant, rather than going out to these rich places and trying to get funding, trying to get backers, going to banks and things like that, you could get your idea out to the public, put it in the form of non-fungible tokens, and try to raise money that way. I mean, if you have a good idea and you believe in your project, why wouldn't you? Because if you believe in your project, odds are other people believe in your project too. Think of it as a 21st century version of a country club or the trendy Soho house. A one-time, yes, John Deaton, yep. A one-time membership fee pays for access to a club or restaurant or bar, and gets you access to a group of people like you. And that's the biggest part. It's the networking. You're paying for access. It's like politicians. That's just how we work in a capitalist society. Money opens doors for you. I mean, I don't shy away from reality here. It's just the reality of it. If you have enough money, you can open enough doors, and that's why money attracts money. One of the reasons the rich get richer, because they have access. And gets you access to a group of people like you. The restaurants also get a percent of each future transaction every time an NFT is bought and sold. Pretty cool. I think it's going to bring eyes on it. I think it's going to bring networking. Hopefully they will bring one that has smaller prices, maybe geared towards the average person. But hey, you got to start somewhere. Brooklyn Chop House, which is slated to open in Times Square next month, is launching an NFT membership in its sub-seller space on May 1st. Side dishes can reveal exclusively. Okay, I don't understand. Side dish can reveal exclusively. I don't know what that means. Moving on. Membership. Purchased in the cryptocurrency Ethereum will range from $8,000 all the way to $1 million. Most memberships will get you access to the space, just like a membership at a private club. But the $1 million NFT will come with 0.25% ownership in the restaurant. If you pay enough, you get a little bit of ownership. Stratus Morfogen, Director of Operations for Brooklyn Chop House, tells Side Dish. I got you. Side Dish is the... Okay. There's also a $20,000 gold membership that includes prime reservations for up to 20 guests per month, plus guaranteed reservations. So you pay that, and you get bragging rights and access to other people that obviously have money because they're there too. And if you don't have money, well, you can't afford those prices. So you can pretty much be guaranteed that the people that are there have some sort of means, and those are the people you want to network with. And it's also bragging rights. People say, oh yeah, I have a skybox. I have a private box at the opera. I have this. I'll tell you a little story. When I lived in Seattle, there is a restaurant where you can go and buy a $100 peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There's nothing special about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's just an average peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But you get a copy of the receipt. You can frame it, get a picture of it, and it's kind of an interesting conversation piece. People see it and they say, wow, a $100 peanut butter and jelly sandwich? What was so special about it? Nothing. It wasn't super, super duper special. It was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but it cost $100. Bragging rights. It's kind of that. You did what? Humans, what are you going to do? We like to brag. Let's see here. Platinum memberships at $100,000 includes additional perks like chauffeur pickup, to and from airports, to hotels, and for delivery orders. So again, this is not geared towards your average person. This is geared towards people who are willing to pay the money for, one, the sake of spending the money and having the bragging rights and the conversation piece. Two, people who also want to network and or just network. Perhaps businesses who want to get in there. They want to know other people who are into cryptocurrency, and this is how you do it. Either way, I think it's a start, and I think it could be the start of something big. I think this could be good. The NFT market began with art and music. Yes, it did. And, I mean, let's admit it, the first art was... it was art, I guess. It wasn't great. They're getting a lot better now. Now, before it was like it really pixelated, but now we're getting some really good stuff. It wasn't designed for restaurants. We are changing that, creating a digital version of a private club. It wasn't designed for anything in specific. It was designed for people to use and find use cases for it and use it and own it for their own and say, hey, here's this product that has ownership. And we can prove ownership, and we can take one title and split it up amongst 1,000 people, 10,000 people. You're more likely to sell a $1 million piece of land to 1,000 people, each willing to pitch in, than you are finding one person with $1 million. I mean, let's face it. You're going to hold on to it for a long time if you want $1 million for it, and you got to find someone who has that kind of money. But if you can split it up and you get a whole bunch of people together, well, now you can sell it. And even if you don't sell it outright, okay, you can sell portions of it and at least cut some sort of profit. I mean, it just makes sense. Let's see. We're changing that, creating a digital version of a private club, like a Soho house in the metaverse, but in Times Square, Mark Fogan said. I like it. I think it's going to bring eyes on the market. I think it's going to help people understand that NFTs and cryptocurrency is more than just this little backwoods Silk Road thing. That's what I got for you guys. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you guys on the next one.